glad you're here. I'm Jen Lepore, Marketing Team Coordinator here at Custom Processing Services, and we're joined by our new Chief Operating Officer, Ken Zrebiec. Ken brings more than 30 years of experience in manufacturing operations and supply chain management to his role here at CPS. And I'm really looking forward to chatting with him about his background, his perspective, and where he sees CPS heading to next. So let's get after it. So Ken, you recently stepped into the COO role here at CPS roughly about 5 months ago. So can you tell us a little bit about your career journey and what excited you about joining the team here at CPS?
Absolutely, and it's a pleasure to be here with you this afternoon. So I'm a chemical engineer by training, and I started my career in engineering and production management in the fine chemical business, both in continuous and in batch operation. After about 5 or 6 years in those roles, I moved into the pharmaceutical area with a focus on active pharmaceutical ingredients, also known as drug substance. And in that area, I was also largely responsible for a variety of operational supply chain roles and got an opportunity to cut my teeth on project management roles as well. And so that combination of both the fine chemical and the pharmaceutical background, but always within the operational space, really kind of defined, what really motivates me and keeps me excited about the operational areas. And so when CPS had the opportunity to kind of bridge both of those worlds through the diverse customer portfolio that we serve, it was a great fit for me overall. So really look forward to joining CPS and bringing my experience from both the pharma world and the fine chemical world, all within that structured manufacturing environment and to help us grow.
Great. So you spent decades leading operations in highly regulated industries. So how do you see that type of experience aligning with the mission and values here at CPS?
There's a lot of commonality between what we're looking to build here at CPS and the regulated harmonized industry. One of the key learnings that I took away from all of my previous roles was the importance of structure within the organization and having a shared vision of alignment within clear goals and clear objectives in order to deliver that structure overall. And that's an opportunity that really allows a company to scale and grow beyond a startup phase or beyond kind of that entrepreneurial spirit. And that's where I really see the most benefit and what I can bring to the organization in building that structure.
Great. So, are there any leadership philosophies that help guide you and your approach with this new role?
Communication is the underpinning leadership philosophy that really helps me build all of the business processes that I look to implement. And within that communication, it's clarity of the clear vision and alignment on very specific goals and objectives so that everybody understands where the organization is moving towards and what are the necessary steps in order to get there. When everybody's part of that shared vision, it drives accountability, it drives enthusiasm in order to kind of work then on the daily plan and execute the goals.
Awesome. So let's go into the operational aspect of things. Our customers rely on CPS for dependable timelines, repeatable processes, and strong regulatory compliance. So as you learn a little bit more about CPS's operations, I'm kind of curious about anything you've identified as opportunities to make these commitments even stronger. Like, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing an opportunity for us to continue to strengthen our call it manufacturing process and control on how we integrate all of the diverse projects that we get into our work plan, how we prepare and set ourselves up to be able to execute those rapidly and within the expectations that we've set for ourselves and for our customers overall. And that all comes down to that establishing that good business practice, that shared vision about how things are supposed to flow, and when projects are different or flowing in a different direction, how do you communicate to all the right stakeholders what the new plan is so that we're able to quickly and effectively kind of move on to the newest plan, make a revision, and then move forward.
So, you touched a little bit earlier about your experience in pharmaceuticals and chemicals. So, how would you say this experience in the pharmaceuticals and specialty chemicals influence the way you look at safety and quality and compliance here?
Safety and quality and compliance are a key element of what we do here at CPS. And within all of our customers, it becomes the expectation that we're strong in those areas. It really no longer becomes a differentiating factor between one supplier or the other. And you really look at kind of more inward focus to say, we want to be really the best that we can be with our compliance programs, whether that be in safety or in quality. Because when we're strong in safety and we're strong in quality, that translates to the right culture that allows us to be productive. It allows us to be innovative in terms of looking at new programs overall. So it really underpins the culture that's necessary in order to be successful. That vision really came from my experience kind of within those regulated industries as well, is that where the expectation about you building your own program to meet the regulations was kind of the underpinning driver.
So, I'm sure when you started, you learned about CPS and you kind of hit the ground running. So, what type of immediate steps or initiatives have you already initiated to increase efficiency and consistency for our customers here?
I was passionate about communication. And so that was one of the earlier areas that I really sought to focus and jump in on. One of the earliest programs that I implemented was a tiered management control structure where we come together on a daily basis through all of our manufacturing areas with cross-functional representation from all of the teams and talk about what went well over the past day, what went wrong, and what do we need to correct today so that we can stay on target. So bringing that common sense of alignment and accountability to a daily structure was one of the earlier programs I implemented. A second program that I moved towards was restructuring and improving our weekly production scheduling process. And so by then taking that daily focus to a larger horizon and looking on the weekly and looking at a monthly basis, what needs to occur in order to meet the expectations of our customers and meet our own delivery dates, we were able to reset how we approach all of our scheduling to ensure that we've got everything well prepared in order to deliver against our commitments.
Great. So, this kind of leads into our next topic, customers. So, from a customer's perspective, what positive changes can they expect to see under your leadership here?
It's going to be all of those results of having a strong program and business process in place, right? So expect to see a higher delivery metric against our commitment dates. Expect to see improved processing yields through throughput as we look to improve our daily operations overall. And it all underpins around that consistency of delivering upon our promises.
So, are there any type of specific technologies or long-term process improvements that you're kind of excited to implement that will help the customers, achieve their goals more effectively here?
Yeah, we've got a lot of opportunities to be successful at different growth projects tangential to what we're currently doing. Um, I've got a lot of some new technologies in mind, but I'm not quite ready to tease out what they are just yet. But innovation is one of the things that we pride ourselves on here at CPS. And so being able to handle a variety of different projects to meet our customers' unique applications is one thing that we love to talk to them about. One of the key programs that I really am interested in after my planning and operational programs is going to be all around training. And so that business process, again, helping to improve the communication of our employees, helping them to improve their ability to kind of affect the day-to-day operations is really, really important to me and I'm passionate about. So I'm really excited about that next step of improving our training program for existing program employees to be able to develop within their own roles and for new employees that are joining CPS to help us grow to teach them how we've been so successful over the years and how we're going to continue to grow going forward.
Great. So, let's go a little bit into the personal aspect of you, outside operations and industry leadership in your life. What kind of keeps you energized and inspired?
I love to volunteer my time, and I kind of love to work with others, kind of in work and outside of work. I've had some great opportunities over the years to be a leader and be involved with others in organizations such as the Boy Scouts and such as SOCMA, which is a trade association of North American specialty fine chemical batch manufacturers. And both of those organizations have been very rewarding to me as I've had the chance to interact with, a group of like-minded leaders that want to contribute and volunteer their time and have great ideas on how to improve the program, how to develop people, how to foster communication. So a lot of those elements that I'm passionate about in the workplace allow me to do the same sort of passion outside of the workplace.
So that kind of brings me into my next question here. So, how do you bring those values and experiences into work here at CPS?
All those organizations, whether it be a trade association or whether it be an organization like Scouting, everybody's centered around a shared vision with key objectives. And there's different ways to approach solving some of those problems. And that's perhaps the best opportunity, the best reason to join some organizations is that you get different views and perspectives on, how do you solve a problem, or how do you keep people aligned and motivated towards a common goal or achieving a specific objective. And that's what I really bring back into the workplace is that differing thought process about achieving the same objectives.
So, as we're wrapping up here, is there one message you'd like to share directly with our CPS customers about your commitment as this CPS COO?
Absolutely. I'm committed to building upon the flexibility, the service level, and the innovation that CPS has grown over the past 20 plus years and really made themselves into the premier toll processor overall. And by building those robust business processes, by creating a shared vision and a common set of goals and alignment, I know that we'll be able to really structure the company in such a way that CBS is going to be very well aligned to support our growth while still being able to deliver superior service.
Great. So, Ken, this has been great, and I appreciate you joining me and, giving everyone out there kind of an insight on your new role here at CPS. And I know personally you're making such a difference already. So, good work on your end. Thank you to everyone for tuning in to this month's Custom Processing Services Toll Manufacturer Minute. If you'd like to learn a little bit more on how our leadership team is, driving innovation that delivers greater value for you, reach out at any time. And be sure to subscribe to the CPS blog to rewatch or catch up on podcast episodes and get the latest news and insights from our experts here at CPS. And we'll catch you next time.